What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we just have a day in the life vlog. I am only a few short days away from starting my next semester in nursing school. So technically, if I were in a traditional program, this would be like the beginning of my junior year. So I've done technically like 2 semesters so far, and now we're kind of moving on from the basics to more specific and specialized stuff. So this semester I have OB slash like maternity, pediatrics, and med-surg. And for the first 8 weeks, I have my med-surg clinical and my maternity clinical. And because of COVID, I am online at least until mid-February, I think, and except for like labs and clinicals and stuff, but even the hospitals aren't letting us back in until the second week of February. I think I'm gonna end up with only 2 med-surg days in the hospital and 2 OB days in the hospital, which honestly is a little intimidating to only have a short amount of time like in the hospital. And I know like things are fluid and people are doing like the best they can with COVID going on, and there's only so much the hospitals can take. But in terms of like preparing us for our career, like I feel like you just learn so much from those clinical days. If you saw my vlog from after my first day at clinical, like my mind was blown, like how much I grew in just like 8 hours. You know, you being hands-on and like meeting patients is like such a big help in terms of your education and like terms of like putting the theory like to work. Not only am I like nervous about how prepared I'm gonna be, but I'm also bummed because clinical days are the best. Like I just think they're so fun, and no hate, but like labs and sims are kind of very dull. I'd rather watch paint dry than do a simulation for 5 hours, which I think is what we have in store for us this semester. Maybe they're a little more in depth than what we've already done. I kind of hope so, because I don't know how I'm supposed to fill like most of a day on my computer, like playing with pretend people. I say that jokingly, like seriously, but jokingly. I don't want to come across like, you know, I know everyone's doing the best that they can. This semester is going to be exciting. I'm kind of excited to like learn more just about different specialties. And on my first day is Monday, and we have a like lab boot camp, like a med-surg boot camp. I also have a medication administration test, so I'm already studying for that and getting my books in order. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. School's starting Monday. I'm getting ready for my classes. I'm so curious to know what's going on with you guys. Are you in the hospital? Are you not in the hospital? Let me know. You can maybe see Olive like sleeping back here. I'm gonna miss spending every waking moment with her. You know, I'm like 1 year away from graduating and being done and taking the Netflix. Oh my God. The NCLEX. I take the Netflix every day, so I'm very prepared for that. But I'm 1 year away from taking the NCLEX and becoming a nurse, and hopefully not just an online nurse, because I'm gonna need some real life experience. But I have my coffee here. I'm so glad you're here for the day. I've rambled long enough. I'm gonna keep kind of like getting my textbook set up and all that, and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Phone because I'm at our house. I had to come and meet the electrician. We just had some stuff that like wasn't up to code or something. I don't know. This house is like 100 years old. There's always something that we need to figure out. I thought since I was here and I'm alone, which like never happens because we're working on the bathroom, I would do like a quick bathroom update. I don't know. You have to have been watching for like a long time to have seen the beginning, but I'll try to find the clips of what it used to look like, and then I'll put them in here so you can see if you're at all curious. Two things I've learned from doing any kind of renovation is that it's going to take longer than you thought and cost more. But we're super lucky because Sean's brother-in-law is the one doing the renovations, and I trust him to do just like a phenomenal job, and he's been crushing it. So it's nice to have someone like you trust and that's close to you, like helping out, especially because this is like our first time doing anything like this. So as you can tell, it is a mess in here. And so basically what we're gonna do is rip up this carpet. That is a new decision that we made. So you can see we have hardwood under here that we're gonna use. And this is the bathroom. So it's a little dark in here because we don't have our lights yet, but this is gonna be the shower. There's our little niche. We have two like fairly small built-in shelves on either side, you know, just for like little things and baskets, just a little bit more storage. We're gonna have our vanity right here and toilet here. And yeah, and then we have this whole wall, you know, to do whatever we want, but I really like how it's turning out, and I've never seen so much construction. If we go back downstairs, I can show you a little sneak peek. This is our floor tile, and this is what we're doing on the walls, which is the subway. So that's it for now. We're just gonna finish the bathroom and replace the floors. Like we're gonna rip up the carpet on the stairs and upstairs and put down like bamboo floors actually. I didn't even know this existed till Sean found it, but you could do like a laminate, you can do bamboo, or you could do hardwood. And bamboo is like really sustainable because bamboo just grows and grows and grows and grows. So it's a really sustainable material to use in your house, and it's super affordable. So, I mean, I love those two things, sustainable and affordable. Sign me up. And I'm really excited to move in. I'm excited for Olive to have a backyard. I'm, you know, excited to just have our own space. So it's gonna be a little bit longer, but not too long. And then we'll be in our house. And if you care to see any more about the house, let me know. I'll probably do like a little tour when we move in, just so I can remember it, you know, for the future, our first little house. And I'm so excited for all the memories we're gonna have in this house. It's really special. So I made this snack yesterday, and I feel like whenever I find a snack I like, I just basically eat it until I'm completely sick of it. But it's so simple, but it's just banana, peanut butter, and granola. I don't know, it's like so satisfying. It's just all the things I like, and it's really fast. I make my own granola. The recipe is from Fiber Fueled, and there are a lot of good like granola options out there, but I feel like in terms of just the amount of sugar and stuff that's in them, I like to just make my own. Yeah, the book Fiber Fueled actually changed my life. Like, I've always been really intrigued with being plant-based. I've been fully vegan and then vegetarian, and just putting labels on my diet like just puts too much stress. Like, if I say I'm vegan and then I want to eat sushi like once in a while, you know, that clearly doesn't fit the label. So I don't know, being plant-based, you know, I still don't like to put labels on my diets, but if I feel like there is more flexibility, and Fiber Fuel just has like so much science to it, so much research. It's written by a doctor. I don't know, everything he says just makes sense, and he doesn't try to like sell you anything, which I like. Like, he's not selling you his brand of supplements or his fad diet, and I think he genuinely cares about just having people be healthy, and like the US medical system kind of failing people when it comes to nutrition. And that's definitely something I think about a lot when as I'm going into the healthcare industry is, you know, a lot of things can be cured or helped by like a good healthy diet, and we're so quick to like prescribe medications, and medications have their time and place, of course. Like, it's amazing that we're able to even have that technology and like assist people that way, but I don't know, I just love his message about like a holistic diet, and like his whole thing is plant diversity, so getting as many plants in your week as possible, like aiming for 30 but just as many as possible. And honestly, 30 different plants sounds really intimidating, but like when you start, if you're eating a whole food diet, it really isn't that difficult, and it actually helps you think about like mixing up your meals, you know, adding it, if you have, you know, broccoli every single day, which like I definitely do because I love broccoli, maybe just adding like a different type of vegetable in, like eat a sweet potato, then a regular potato, then green beans, whatever. And like adding nuts and seeds in your diet and like not really being afraid of them, because I think there's just like this whole thing about people just being so afraid about calories, myself included. I supposedly have my wedding in August. You know, the world is constantly changing. I want to feel my very best at my wedding, but I don't want to spend the next 8 months counting calories and killing myself in the gym. So I set a few goals for myself because I do want to feel my best. I did, like many other people, put on the quarantine 15 or whatever you want to call it. So one of my goals for myself is to eat 90-10 plant-based. Anything that falls in the 10 would be like eating out or having a drink for me, and just kind of limiting those things but not eliminating them. I feel like that is much more sustainable. I absolutely despise counting calories. I don't think I'll ever do it again because it just was not good for my mental health. But I think sticking to kind of a 90-10 rule of mostly eating at home, mostly eating plants, whole foods, like and then, you know, having it, I gotta live my life. And so I'm really excited about that, and I think that I will see results between that and like a good, healthy, normal exercise routine. You know, this started out as a banana and peanut butter, but I really am so passionate about people, you know, just living their best life without putting so much emphasis on fad diets and, I don't know, getting wrapped up so much in like the billion-dollar diet industry. And I am still tempted by those things. I've, you know, had my fair share of crash diets and trial and error and doing things the unhealthy way, and now I'm trying to do things the healthy way. And I never ever want to contribute to people feeling insecure about their bodies and tell you you have to eat a certain way or look a certain way or lose weight for your wedding or whatever. So like, that's not what I'm saying. It's more like, I think there are sustainable ways and healthy ways to achieve your goals, and whatever those goals may be, and they're only for you and they're not going to match anybody else's. So you know, if you're struggling with quarantine weight or getting ready for something like I am, like preparing for a big day, or just in general feeling like in a rut. I mean, it's New Year's resolution time, so everyone is going back to the gym and, you know, vowing that they will never touch another cupcake again. You know, I just don't think that you have to do that. Fiber Fueled, I think, is a fantastic resource. You don't have to sign a blood oath to read it. It could just be more information, even if, you know, being plant-based or vegetarian or vegan doesn't interest you. I encourage you to read it just for more information. Last semester we were supposed to do a med administration sign off just to like show that we know how to pass meds, but we didn't get to that because everything kind of got shut down like at the end of the semester and we couldn't have lab and all that. That's happening Monday, and we have this like sheet that we need to study, like just so we know kind of what medications that could come up during like our practical. Basically I'll go in and like simulate giving meds, and the instructor can say, oh, you're giving Dilaudid, like what does that do, what are the side effects of that, like etc, whatever. And so I'll have to go in, like look at my patient's MAR, see what medications that they are taking, pull those meds, and like do my 3 checks and administer them, one of which is going to be insulin. So we just have to show that we know how to properly mix insulin and all that. We had this sheet from last semester and I like told myself that I was going to study it over the break, but I didn't think that it was going to be like the first day that we ended up having to make up this practical. And like the good news is I really just have to study the drugs because passing meds is pretty straightforward. You just have to remember your 3 checks and the like 5 rights, and you know, just make sure you're checking your patient's identification and all that. And then, you know, just need to be able to answer questions about the medications. So I'm kind of just looking over that right now. Maybe I'll make flashcards for the meds, but that might be a lot of work. So remember when I said earlier today, part of my goals was to not eat out as much? Well, like I said, 90-10. Here's my 10. You're witnessing it here today live. But these are all plants, so I feel like maybe it's like more like a 5 than a 10. And look how cute the jars are. They're still Christmassy, but we'll accept it. Look, they're giving us a hug, so it's worth it. All of us at her haircut. I have like a little semester orientation thing tonight, so Honey Girl was the way to go. Q&A, like kind of orientation for this semester, and I'm thankfully a lot less confused than I was before, and excited and terrified for the semester. I feel like it's gonna be nice because we're gonna learn like a lot more just like about different specialties and get a chance to really like dig into some additional skills. But I feel like I'm actually on my way to like being a real nurse. I'm gonna enjoy these last few days of really not having a lot to do. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because I put up new videos every Monday. I'll see you next week. Bye.